Shane Thompson, a certified scuba instructor with a passion for underwater exploration, and Mike Young, who were experienced cave divers when exploring a system with restricted access. Unfortunately, during the dive, something went wrong, and Shane tragically lost his life underwater. However, the real question is, what could have made an experienced and highly qualified scuba diver make a mistake that led to a cruel twist of fate as he gets trapped in the cave until he tragically loses his life? Before we get into it, I want to give a serious claustrophobia warning for this one, and viewer discretion is advised. In March 2016, Shane Thompson, who was 43 years old, and Mike Young, who was a member of the ADM Exploration Foundation, ventured into the Blue Hole Cave system near Santa Rosa, New Mexico. This particular Blue Hole Cave was known to have been the scene of several tragic diving accidents, and sadly, another tragic event was soon to be experienced. However, from an elevation of 4,616 feet, this Blue Hole Cave requires divers to calculate the decompression stops and dive profile using high-altitude dive tables, for it is a labyrinth known for its tight passages and restricted access. Surprisingly, swimmers and divers love the Blue Hole for its crystal clear blue water, as its round and bell-shaped pool has a surface diameter of 80 feet and a depth of 130 feet, which is now regarded as one of the American Southwest top diving locations. As a child growing up in the Florida Keys, Shane became an expert scuba diver. However, before launching several diving businesses, including boat maintenance, salvage work, and instruction, he worked for an underwater construction company. In his role as one of two members of an expedition sponsored by the ADM Exploration Foundation to map out the maze-like caverns and improve access, Shane had unparalleled access to the enigmatic tunnels, which had been closed to the public since they claimed the lives of two student divers from Oklahoma in 1976 while exploring the Blue Hole. It didn't look it at first, but even after 40 years, the past is likely to reoccur. Since they had already surveyed the navigable subterranean channels, the crew intended to end the exploration. As the head of the ADM Exploration Foundation, Kurt Bowen, claimed that the cave system ended at 194 feet below the surface and that there was no more to explore. Hence, the organization suggested that the government should prohibit public access to the cave system due to the harsh environment in the region, and stated that there were several risks in the passages, such as regular cave-ins, low vision from silt, and severe limitations. As a precaution against inexperienced divers entering the swimming hole, the group fastened the grate at its base. But this raises a lot of questions, doesn't it? Well, how did it all start? While Shane and his colleague diver Mike were out on their mission, with the use of rebreather gear, which recycles oxygen from a diver's breath, Shane and the crew were able to spend extended amounts of time beneath. However, Shane was to stay outside while Mike was to go into the cave, but somehow he made his way into the cave for an unknown reason. He didn't know he had just made a huge mistake. Rather, he went inside, and at a depth of roughly 160 feet, all the divers attempted to evaluate the caves when everything suddenly went wrong, and Shane was instantly separated from his diving partner, Mike, and it got even more twisted. Mike began to leave the area by following a safety line. Even though his vision was quite poor due to the silt that had been kicked up, he managed his way, but Shane tugged so hard on the cord connecting the two divers underwater as he swam, and at some point, Mike's hands broke free and he drifted apart. And this is where everything went from bad to worse. Both divers became trapped in the cramped passageways when Shane emerged from below as he groped for the line in the darkness. Something was terribly wrong. Mike went swimming back down, but Shane went ahead, making another huge mistake. He lost his way and got stuck in the cramped passages of the cavern, which was said to be an uncharted branch that went nowhere, thereby spending the entire night trapped. However, Mike made an effort to locate Shane, who had become lost in an uncharted section of the caves after making a false turn, as he secretly prayed in his heart that he was still alive. Even though visibility within the caves is often limited, the divers relied on a safety line for navigation. At that point, the contact between Shane and Mike was lost. Mike managed to return to the surface and raise the alarm, a search and rescue operation was launched, but due to the complex cave system and the risks involved, it took days to recover Shane's body. Unfortunately, Shane was already dead when Mike discovered him. Investigations revealed that he might have ventured beyond predetermined dive limits, entering an unmapped section of the cave system. However, based on his bio, Shane has been a deep technical rebreather diver for over 20 years and has received honors for his expertise in the sport. Furthermore, within the Navy, he also started off as a diving instructor. However, his family claims that he loved diving his entire life, but they found it difficult to accept that he was no longer alive. Along with that, he had helped with the retrieval and search for other divers who had run into problems and died. Shane was very instrumental in the recovery of Ocean Beach resident and seasoned diver Stephen Donathan's body in 2005 after he became stranded while investigating the sunken cruiser Yukon. He also oversaw a confidential search in 2012 to find the remains of another diver who had vanished while swimming off the coast of La Jolla Shores on Memorial Day. What are the lessons learned from this? Essentially, the Shane Thompson and Mike Young incidents highlighted the critical importance of adhering to safety protocols in cave diving, starting with dive planning. Meticulous pre-dive planning is essential, as divers should thoroughly research the cave system, determine dive limits, and have a clear emergency plan before making any attempt. Another lesson learned is never to enter a cave system alone. This is because a reliable dive buddy can provide crucial assistance during the dive and ensure adherence to the plan. Furthermore, divers should stay within and respect designated dive areas to avoid venturing into the uncharted or unexplored territory of the cave system. Notwithstanding, it is to be noted that cave diving demands specialized training and equipment beyond basic scuba diving qualifications. Hence, divers need to be proficient in handling emergencies and navigating restricted underwater environments. Therefore, it is important to note that cave diving safety hinges on several critical protocols, which include proper gas management and decompression procedures. The underwater world holds immense beauty and mystery, and cave diving allows us to explore hidden realms. However, this pursuit comes with inherent risks. Hence, by remembering the events surrounding Shane Thompson's passing and emphasizing dive safety, we can ensure that future aquatic explorations prioritize the well-being of those involved. Would you consider that Mike paid for being overconfident based on his experience and skill as a diver, or that his failure to follow instructions cost him his life? Kindly drop your comments in the comments section below. While you're at it, kindly thumbs up all of my videos and subscribe to the channel if you're new here to help me continue to make engaging videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you later.